Hi, this is Jessica Maes, Infusionsoft Certified Consultant, and today I'm going to show you how to pass contact info from a broadcast email to a web form or landing page, or to an order form or the shopping cart. It sounds like a mouthful, but let me explain what I mean. What I want to do is show you how you can take a broadcast email, have a link in it, and then when somebody clicks on the link, if the link is to an Infusionsoft web form or an Infusionsoft landing page, or an Infusionsoft order form, or a link to the shopping cart, it will pre-populate the information that you have for that particular contact record, the person that received the broadcast email. So that is what that big mouthful really means. So let me show you how it's done. I will say, by the way, this came up recently. A client needed to know how to do this, and I was reminded of how exciting it was for me when I saw the little, it's really a link, and when you see what I'm about to show you, you may or may not have ever noticed it in your email template functionality, and when you see that, it's super exciting, and it probably will allow you to do some cool things in Infusionsoft that you hadn't done before. So I was clicking around. Let me just tell you where I am. I've gone into templates. That's where I build all of my emails. So from the Infusionsoft icon, I go into templates, which is under marketing. I've already started the email. I've created a demo test so that I can show you this and pull it together quite quickly. So if I go ahead and edit the email, I want to show you what I've got going on here. Actually, it does still need a little bit of work. So I just prepped an email for demonstration purposes. Hi, first name. I hope you've had a great weekend. To see how this slick trick works, click here. Now that is not a link yet. I am going to grab a link. I've already brought it up, again, to save time. This is a link to one of my order forms in my application. And if you've built an email in templates, you know that you can go ahead and add a link by highlighting the words that you want to have linked, clicking link, and putting your link in, like that. Now, I want to bring your attention to this, where it says Other Options, down in the bottom left-hand corner. I kid you not, I never, ever noticed this until I needed to figure out how to do what I'm showing you right now. When we click on Other Options, there are a number of things that we can do. The second thing on the list of 3 checkboxes is placing the person's details at the end of the URL, and it says for techies. If you go ahead and checkbox that, and you insert this update. Now look, we've got a link here now. This is going to link to the order form. And because I checkboxed past the person's information, it's going to pre-populate any information that is in the Infusionsoft application, personal information, that could pre-populate that order form that I've linked to. So I want to show you how this works. I'm going to go ahead and close this. That allows me to save my changes. And I'm going to send this email to myself. Alrighty. So this part I haven't done in advance because I didn't have that link in there yet, because I wanted to show you exactly how that was going to go. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and send this to myself for demo purposes. And something that I want to point out is, please notice that I'm prepping a broadcast. So this functionality that I'm showing you, that little blue link of other options and checkboxing that second checkbox on the list, that action will run if you're sending out a broadcast. If you then take that email and you put it into a campaign, those actions in that pop-up menu do not run. So you would have to run that action in a different way. But this is for a tip for when you're sending out broadcasts, and pretty much every Infusionsoft customer sends out broadcasts. So that should work out great. We're going to go ahead and grab the email that I just created. I'm going to finish up sending that to myself. All right, off it goes. And I'm just going to wait for that to pop into my inbox. And there it is, demo test. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click here. And the order form is opening up. And you will notice that information is pre-populated in here. My first and last name, company name, address, phone number, email address. The other items, the zip code, for example, I don't have that in the contact record, so that's why I didn't pass through. So now, in this example, what ends up happening is, let's say we send a link to somebody so that they can complete their transaction. Chances are they're only going to have to maybe fill in one thing, two things, just whatever you don't have in terms of personal information, and they simply have to fill out their credit card information. So it's going to make it a lot easier on your recipient. It's also going to make it so that when they go ahead and make their purchase, it meets up with the contact record on file that has that email address. So often we run into people that maybe joined our list with one email address, and then they buy something from us and they use a different email address in that transaction. This is a way to cut down on that potentially happening as well. So this is a cool trick. It's super simple. It's just a matter of knowing that the functionality is there. So I'm going to show it to you one more time as we wrap up. Going on back into that email I've built in templates. When we highlight what we want to have linked, we not only put the link in, which everybody is familiar with doing, we also click on Other Options. We check mark Place the person's details at the end of the URL for techies, and we insert that update, and that will do the trick for you. So I demoed this with an order form. If I would have linked to the shopping cart, the same thing would have happened. If I would have linked to a web form or to a landing page, again, the same thing would have happened. So that is how we pass contact information from a broadcast email to a web form or landing page or order form or shopping cart.